Good morning and welcome to prize giving for December 2020. At the beginning of this term, I said it is a given that things will be different and that there was no doubt we would face challenges ahead. I also said that at Aiglon we do challenge, and I was certain that we had never started a new school year with so much excitement and joy to be back together. Well, we're now at the end of this mammoth term, and it was different, and we have faced challenges together. But I absolutely hope that you share my sense of achievement, that we have weathered the storm. And although I'm sure there have been moments when we have all felt overwhelmed, there have also been many more moments of joy, excitement, and even hilarity in houses, on expeditions, on the sports pitches, and even in lessons. I've talked consistently this term about resilience, optimism and determination of Aiglon students and staff, as well as parental trust, which have all been crucial in ensuring that we have not just survived this term, but thrived. However, arguably more important than resilience, optimism and determination has been and will always be kindness. The character Blanche Dubois in Tennessee Williams' A Streetcar Named Desire experienced many life events and trauma, which left her feeling alone and isolated. She is famous for saying, "I have always relied on the comfort of strangers." Kate Adie, the war correspondent, adopted this quote in her book, having found herself in dangerous places, potentially alone, but often looked after people that she had never previously met. There has never been another time in most of our lives when so many people are relying on others, family, friends, as well as strangers. Communities galvanise to help neighbours with shopping, prescriptions, even dog walking. Nurses, doctors, care workers, all look after the vulnerable. Kindness, the effect of being friendly, generous and considerate, costs nothing. But the impact of kindness on individuals can be immense. Research suggests that when people are treated with kindness, energy levels are increased and biological markers of stress, such as blood pressure, are lowered. In the words of Maya Angelou, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. As we enter this very well-earned holiday, I would urge you to do three things. Although I certainly hope you devote some of your time to extended essays, Year 12, additional course readings, everyone, and review the term's work, as well as take some time to exercise and ski if you can. The three things I would urge you to do, in the words of Henry James, are firstly, be kind. Secondly, be kind. And thirdly, be kind. I hope you all have a great winter break, and please do remember, be kind to one another and yourselves.
Hello everybody, I hope you are all safe and well. September brings with it excitement, some fear, as we all buckle in for a new academic year. Though this one slightly intrusive is the word I have chose, as we all began term with something shoved up our nose. With masks on our faces and distance apart, there we all were, ready to start. But hold on a minute, he said with a frown, with some students missing, with some students down. "Ah, not a problem," came a voice from the back. "Remote Learning Plus will keep them on track." Sanitizer and towels, our new favourite friends, upon these and other measures, so much would depend. And all going well and according to plan, till around mid-October, again it sang. Including yours truly, many were got, but this is Aiglon, and so worry not. For when there's a challenge we must overcome, the school comes together as one. And just as the foundations were beginning to quaker, along came a very well-timed circuit breaker. Quarantine isolation, a small break and a rest, were the perfect ingredients to bring us back to our best. The machine rose again. There was work to be done. Preppy-E's and IAs for Mark Reading 1. But said term is done, and now we are here, counting the sleeps until Christmas cheer. Or maybe, for you, it's a different celebration, perhaps a chance for a family occasion. Whatever your plan, I hope it's a hit, because without question, you fully deserve it. This has undoubtedly been an extremely long and challenging term. We have still managed to have a packed PE and sports programme, which for years 5 to 11 has featured football, unihoc, badminton, health-related exercise, table tennis, dance, individual basketball skills, individual gymnastics work, and whilst years 12 and 13 have had an even greater range of activities to choose from. We managed to have 2 inter-house competitions in the junior school, cross-country and badminton. In the cross-country, we took the top 18 times from each house, added them together, divided by 18, and we got an average time for each house. The results are here. Cook with an average time of 7 minutes 56, and Scott victorious with 7 minutes 47. Congratulations to everybody in Scott. In the badminton competition, we split the groups into years 5 and 6, into years 7 and 8 girls, and into years 7 and 8 boys. Cook were convincing winners, victorious in each of these groups, and so won 3-0 overall. This means we finished the term at 1-1, with hopefully skiing next term, and then tennis, athletics, and rounders still to come in the summer term. We also had 2 inter-house competitions in the seniors school. Well, 1.5 actually, because the boys managed to get their football competition in before things changed, but sadly the girls were not so fortunate. The results for the boys' competition: in 4th place, St. Louis; in 3rd place, Belvedere; in 2nd place, Delaware; and congratulations, 1st place to Alpena. It was not possible for us to run the usual inter-house basketball in the second half of term, though we were able to add a new inter-house competition in the form of the inter-house badminton. And the results are as follows. In the girls' competition, in 3rd place, Exeter; in 2nd place, Le Cerf; and in 1st place, congratulations, Clermont. And in the boys' competition, 4th place, St. Louis; in joint 2nd place, Belvedere and Delaware; and once again, congratulations, 1st place to Alpena. Well done to everybody who took part, and with more inter-house competitions to come next term and in the summer term, there is still all to play for. Before I depart, I would like to say a massive thank you to all the staff for their help and support, and of course, the students for your enthusiasm and your commitment to PE and sport. It makes our job very satisfying and very rewarding. So as a very long term comes to a close, I wish you all an extremely well-deserved break, a healthy, happy, and a very Merry Christmas. And now we have Masha and Esther with Hallelujah.
Goes like someone who outgrew you. It's not a cry that you hear at night. It's not someone who's seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Thank you, Masha and Esther. What a term. Most of us made it onto campus in September, with a select few joining lessons via the internet. I'm extremely proud of all of you, and the following awards are very well deserved. For year 5 and 6, the honour roll for an average of above 6 goes to Alonia. Our distinction roll, achieving a magnificent average above 6.5, goes to Athalia. Our academic prizes, the Merit Prize is awarded to Daria. The Effort Prize is awarded to Beth. And the Mark Reading Prize is awarded to Athalia. For year 7, on honour roll is Kai. On distinction roll is Kana, Moira, Lisa, Rin, Tess, and Bernardo. Our academic prizes for year 7. Bernardo for merit. Our effort prize is awarded to Rin, and the Mark Reading Prize to Tess. For year 8, on honour roll is Andrew, Yosuke, Max, Hero, and FIFA. On distinction roll is Edward, Bertie, Shumi, Ofi, Kata, Himina, and Ian. Our academic prizes for year 8. For Merit Prize is awarded to FIFA. The Effort Prize is awarded to Kata, and the Mark Reading Prize to Bertie. It's also my pleasure at this time of year to award a Leadership and a Community Award. The Leadership Award is given to a student who works hard and helps others achieve their best. For autumn term, the Leadership Award is given to Edward Willett. The Community Award is given to a student who gets involved in all aspects of Aiglon life. They smile through tough challenges and they encourage others. The Community Award is given to Ludovica Massoni. Congratulations to all. I wish you safe travel and a wonderful holiday. We look forward to welcoming you all back onto the Aiglon campus in January. Ski season awaits. We will now be entertained by 3 juniors, Athalia, Beth, and Daria, who will be singing Little Love.
And if you give some to me, I think we'd find it turns into. It's so surprising what the little things can do. And all at once you see a million faces blue. December turns to June and smells a little daydream. It could be amazing. Wouldn't it be wonderful if everybody gave a little love? Happiness. Nothing better in this world to get than happiness. If I give this gift to you, wouldn't everybody get a little love?
Hello and Merry Christmas. Firstly, let me begin with thanks. And I want to thank our incredible teachers here at Aiglon. This has been an incredible challenge for them as much as the students, and they really have gone above and beyond in providing outstanding education through such difficult circumstances. Secondly, in a period of change, the one thing I can honestly say that has continued is learning here at Aiglon. But as the director of learning, to be honest, I don't really know what learning is. Not because I don't understand it, because nobody really does. But my favourite definition of learning is by Marcia Connor, who says, "It is what changes us." And this term, this year, and this challenge has truly, truly changed us. So now, without much further ado, on to the Year 9 prizes. On honour roll in Year 9, we have Kira, Alexander, Camilla, Emily, Chi, Aaron and Luba. On distinction roll, we have Tilly, Michelle, Anastasia and Maya. And in Year 9, the academic prizes, the Merit Prize, which is for the most merits and commendations, goes to Aaron Draper. The Effort Prize, which is for the most exceeding effort grades, goes to Maya Ma. And the Mark Reading Prize for the highest attainment goes to Tilly Hahn Thomas. Now, moving on to Year 10. Honour roll goes to David, Shresht, Nikita, Tony, Selene, Anastasia, Konoha, Sophie, Roberto, Alexandra and Ashmita. Distinction roll, which remember for these students can be across 10 or 11 subjects at an average of 6.5, goes to Olga, Kate, Giovanna, Hiroshi, Kevin, Ellen, Mia, Antonio and Alice. The most merits in Year 10 goes to Alice Savini. The Effort Prize, and both these students got exceeding effort from every teacher that teaches them, goes to Ellen Turner and Mia Gensberger. And the Mark Reading Prize is shared by 3 girls, not only in the same house, but in the same tutor group. And that goes to Olga Bulatovic, Kate Grigoria, and Giovanna Caprotti. Moving on now to Year 11. Honour roll in Year 11 goes to Jason, Rioto, Alexander, Corey, Maria, Jack, Victor, Letizia, Ashton, Delilah, Lana, Juliana, Yushan, Una, Camilo, Cedar, Fiona, and Luis. Distinction goes to Sophie, Jude, Ophelia, Koala, Mariana, Mitski, Tanishka, Lara, Isabel, Dasha, Zhengqingqi, Wilfie, Masha, Vanessa, and Jack. The most merits goes to Lara Kendall Tholstrop. The Effort Prize goes to Koala Canetto. And the Mark Reading Prize goes to Sophie Fatty, Jude Hamilton, and Ophelia Proctor. Now we have a performance by Sora, Wilfie, Alex and Max with a slightly different version of All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true, baby. All I want for Christmas is you.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. What a term, the longest term, a term full of challenges along the way. But for every challenge, there is an opportunity. Today, we are going to celebrate a term where all you students have shown energy and enthusiasm to learn from all the wonderful experiences offered. I start with the Round Square Committee of more than 30 students, where they helped organise the Mountain Marathon, Wellbeing Weekend, and Spirit Week, as well as the first edition of the unforgettable Aiglon Eliminator Game. This was coordinated by Vanya Asberg Montgomery, where any loyalty between students went out the window. This term, the committee have raised a tremendous sum of more than 3,000 Swiss francs for the Round Square Emergency Fund. This will support Aiglon's planned service projects to Thailand, Kenya, and Russia next term. In an attempt to earn the International Green Flag Award for Aiglon, they have chosen sustainable food to be the theme of the Eco Club this year. In the Digital Film Club, Koala Kaneto made an outstanding short film in Japanese for new students. She explained the Aiglon school day and what to expect from weekends, and most importantly, how to deal with the snow. This is a clear example of service to others. The old saying, "the show must go on," has never been more true than in this term. And this week, we saw the school production of the brilliant Art under the direction of Mr. and Mrs. Han. Despite late arrivals, online learning, rehearsals with students on a laptop from the Eurotel, not knowing what, if any, our audience would be, we could not be more proud of what this group of students have achieved. They are all hugely deserving for their commitment to this project. They participated not thinking of an audience of praise, but for the enjoyment of drama and achieving something as a group. The production and cast team would like to thank Mr. Dobney and his superb band for their fantastic contribution to this show. They would also like to thank Mr. Evans and his Set Prop Design Club for their set building and creative input, with particular mention to Ellen Turner, Johnny Haynes, and Ash Melcher. Finally, a special mention to our graduates, John Gergen, for letting himself get conned into participating and thriving, Polina Sitkina as assistant to directors, and to Clara Kruger and Nikolai Demishin, stalwarts of many productions throughout their time at Aiglon. Thank you for your superb contributions over the years. Continuing on the creative element, and the photography club gave students the opportunity to make pinhole cameras and learn about dark room processing. Lawson Liebon helped run the popular whole school photography competition, Capturing Autumn, with Milo Citron picking up first place for the students. In art skills, students developed lino print designs for cards to sell at the Christmas fair, with special praise being given to Zainab, Lola, and Delilah. In needlework and woolcrafts, the juniors of Kana, Lisa, and Daria learnt about tension, and Athalia progressed to making a granny blanket. Physical activities, such as climbing, continue to be hugely popular with all our students, and a big well done to Cedar, Solu, Ayano, Lauren, Edward, Louis, Isabel, Juliana, Letitia, Dev, AK, Costa, and John. Mountain biking gave our students the necessary handling skills required to tackle local single-track trails. Skills such as perfecting balance on the bike, emergency stopping, and manoeuvring around rocks. For the junior club, the most improved student was Lisa Monica, and for the seniors, the most improved student was Alice Savini, and the most enthusiastic and skilled was Daniel Abramovich. It has been a busy term for the 24 students in Year 11 to 13 who have participated in the Model United Nations. They have researched the positions of a range of countries on issues such as disarmament, human rights, and economic and social issues. It is a predominantly student-led activity where students have shown independence of thought throughout the term and it's been great to see the novices gain confidence and make more contributions to the often passionate and sometimes hilarious debates. They look forward to the Hague MUN conference online in January. Finally, I want to fully recognise the 8 student-led activities that have run this term. Ding Ding Bai and his anime activity. Ash Melcher led the student-led newspaper, The Bubble. Cherry Chen and her maths competition club. Amy Chen for Biochem Olympiad. Susan Lin and Eugenia Batista Brutons for their leadership in running the all-important gender equality. Andy Pang and his computer science club. Onika, Mari and Go Kojima leading the Japanese academic assistants. And Anju Kozumoto with her thrift store. What you do as student-led activity leaders underpin what our guiding principles are. You provide students with a challenging learning environment to thrive. The atmosphere of your activities is one of enjoyment and active participation, where you allow all to listen and create a culture of respect. You have ensured that the learners within your activity need to take responsibility for their decisions to make positive choices. You've understood and valued the diverse opinion of others, and you've given the opportunity for those in your activity to demonstrate kindness and service to their environment. You should all be very proud. We certainly are, and I hope you've inspired more to follow their passions and lead an activity in the future. Again, a huge well done to you all, and a massive thank you to all the staff who have dedicated their time and effort to give you these opportunities to learn, explore, and discover. I will end now with a short video showing all the lasting memories you have created this term from our activities programme. I wish you all a very happy holiday, and I will see you again in 2021.
Expeditions. If challenge and uncertainty define adventure, then this year and this term have been quite an adventure. Unusually bad weather in September and October, new and frequently changing restrictions might have limited expeditions. But actually, they have made us reflect on our practice, our programme and our destinations. And rather than being limiting, it has, I feel, been liberating, allowing us to break away from the norms and creating rather than diminishing opportunities. We have reached summits of new mountains, found places that we have rarely visited to cycle, walk and climb. We have gone up more than down, and I'm proud that every student from year 5 to 11 has stood on the summit of one of our local peaks. And we have maintained the essence of expeditions. We have not lost year 12 heading out straight on the IB expedition before lessons begin, or the year 5 and 6 spending their first expedition creating art in the woods. We have still been lighting fires, building dens, and cooking on the camp stoves. But we have done so much more. There has been journeying by bike and canoe. There have been adventures, climbing and via ferrata. The whole of Year 10 completed their International Award training, while we made the Group Leader Award accessible to all seniors. The Year 12 took part in our first ever CAS expedition, choosing their activities, and despite record-breaking bad weather, they loved it. We have intertwined academics and expeditions through the Discovery Programme, IB, Geography and Art. But we have also enjoyed the simplicity of an adventure or just a day out in the hills. There have been about 120 expeditions throughout the term and over 1,200 student expedition days. But it's not about numbers, it's really about motivation, resilience and camaraderie. And I'd like to mention how, despite the snow, the rain and the interruptions, how exceptionally positive the students have been and what a pleasure it has been to be on expeditions with them. And now to the awards. In the junior school, our youngest students can gain a marmot for completing 4 expeditions in a term. And the marmot awards this term go to Daria, Ruby, Beth, Ernest, Kashing, Alonia and Ned. When the students move up into year 7, they gain a Bukatan for completing 5 expeditions. And in year 7, gaining their first Bukatan is Tess, Lorik, Moira, Lise and Kai. In year 8, gaining a Bukatan for the first time is Sotaro, Jimena, Kata, Kamsat, Ofi, Yoski, Soyo, Jero, Milana, Max, Easy, Hero and Asha. Gaining a bronze Bukatan for the second time is Ian, Edward, Jimena, FIFA, Yuki, Hugo, Shumi and David Zhu. And now to the seniors. So gaining a Bukatan badge for the first time are Alia, Camilo, Oscar, William, Sasha, Natalie, Adrian, Eugenia, Olga, Antonio, Sarah, Aaron, Daria. I'd just like to pause a moment and mention Daria. She is the only Year 13 girl to gain a Bukatan, and she is our most improved student. And continuing, gaining a Bukatan for the first time, Lisa, Anja, Tilly, Nicole, Jay, Zach, Lawson, Noah, Jack, Floris and Juliet. Avanti, David, Natalie, Roberto, Nikita, Seva, Dimitro, Azar, Hiroshi, Valencia, Juliana, William and David. Gaining a Bukatan award for the second time is Daniel, Sophie, Chloe, Dev, Stephen, our only Year 13 boy to gain a Bukatan, and Bluebell. And jumping ahead, gaining a Bukatan badge for a 4th term are Victor, Mary, Ellen and Cedar. And some astonishing records. These students have done Bukatans every year since arriving at Aiglon. So gaining a Bukatan for the 9th term is Cherry Chen, and Bukatan awards for the 10th term are awarded to Victoria and JK. There are some students that go above and beyond, and so our final awards will go to the students who have completed not just the most expeditions, but also who go above and beyond and are excellent role models. So in the juniors, the Marmot Award goes to Kashing. The Junior Bukatan Award goes to Ian and Edward Willard. And in the senior school, the GOAT we couldn't decide, and so it is divided between David Zhang and William Appelgren, and the chamois to Cedar. I'd like to take a moment to thank all the staff who are involved in expeditions and to wish you a very safe and happy holiday. And I'd like to finish by sharing some memories with you. Thank you.
Clearly, incredible expeditions will always continue at Aiglon. Now moving on to the Year 12 awards. Year 12 honour roll for above 6 as an average goes to Alia, Rachel, Anya, Anju, Julius, Casimir, Anas, Maya, Ding Ding, Faye, Adelina, Juliet, Lauren, Marie, Johnny, Sulazan, Demo and Felix. Distinction roll goes to Cherry, Kiki, Nicolo, Lawson, Isabella, Ayano, Ian, Mary, Lola, William, Agastia, Avanti, Natalie, Lisa, Jason, Ash and Kento. The most merits in Year 12 goes to Lola Zerches. Effort prize is shared between Lawson Lieben and Ian on Chengua. Mark reading prize goes to, for the perfect 7, Cherry Chen. Now we have a performance in Year 12 by Fiona Jin, Ophelia Proctor, Victoria Steiner, Avanti Patil, singing Angels We Have Had on High.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria.
Thank you, girls, for that fantastic performance. And now we come to our final awards, the Year 13 Awards. This term, on Honour Roll in Year 13, we have Ivan, Jacob, Stephen, Rajakshmi, Kana, Spencer, Jared, Shivansh, Helene, Costa, Marcus, Polina, Lulu, Mar, Stone, and Sinead. On Distinction Roll, we have Rita, Clara, Emma, Sophia, Zoya, Eugenia, Nikolai, Khan, Heli, Amy, Simon, Shoyo, Susan, Yukti, Marissa, Jameson, Uma, and Jacqueline. The most merits in Year 13 goes to Isha Chordia. The effort prize for the most exceeding grades goes to Heli Celestino Ferreira Lorenco. And the mark reading prize is shared by 4 girls who all got a perfect 7, Rita Chen, Clara Kruger, Emma Prelovich, and Sofia Bilatovic. The last thing for me to do is to say a very Merry Christmas, and I hope that your families are safe and well, and introduce a video to a charity-based project, Movember, that was organised by St Louis House. Here's some video from the boys and how much money they raised.
I just wanted to say thank you for taking part in Movember. It was very nice to see all of you taking part in this charity fundraising activity. I'm looking forward for seeing you doing it next year.
Thank you very much. We managed to raise 1,055 francs, which is amazing. So thank you to all of those of you who contributed, and have a nice weekend and a Merry Christmas.
So thank you very much to St. Louis. It's great to see such a spirited and public-minded and fun approach to raising funds for an important cause. So prize givings are opportunities not only to celebrate, but they're also an opportunity to say farewell and to pass on our thanks to people who have come to the end of their time with us on the staff at Aiglon. And so we'll be sending our very best wishes to 4 members of staff who will be leaving at the end of this term. The first of those is Pia Yeskanen, who has been a very popular and a highly effective assistant in Exeter. I know that she's always brought a smile and a sense of cheer to her role in that house, and I know she'll be much missed there. We also say goodbye to Aline Remermet, who has worked in the finance office for close to 3 years. So not one of the faces perhaps we see so often around the school, but doing a very important role. So we wish her all the best as she moves on. We also say farewell to Mr. Carter, who has been head of modern languages for almost a decade at Aiglon and has come to the end of this final term covering a sabbatical leave. We lose somebody who's brought great wisdom, experience, insight, a sense of wry irony and humour, and he will certainly be much missed by his colleagues, not only in the Modern Languages Department, but I think all of us who had the benefit of experiencing his input as a teacher and as a tutor. And finally, we say goodbye to Mrs. Willett, who has worked on and off as a nurse in the health centre for almost 20 years. She's been a familiar face around the campus, always a cheerful one, always there to buoy people up and to give them the support they need, to patch up wounds and maybe to patch up those parts of us that we can't always put a sticking plaster on. So thank you very much to Mrs. Willett. I said that at prize givings we celebrate successes, we celebrate prizes, but I think we should also remember as we go away to our different destinations at the end of this term, we should remember to celebrate the other things where we are not winners or losers, but we are beneficiaries of some very special things. We should remember to celebrate the miracle of life. We should remember to celebrate the precious nature of now. We should learn to celebrate our friendships and our families. We should learn to celebrate and remember to celebrate the fact that we can move, that we can think, that we can share ideas. We all have something to celebrate, not just successes. So think about that perhaps as you go away. What is it you share? What is it you can celebrate over your holidays? that may go much beyond pure success and reaches into that deeper part of our spirit that at Aiglon we consider so important. We're going to close this ceremony with some more music, and I'm delighted to be able to introduce Alia, Ash, Selina, Andrew, Sulu, and Muskan, who are going to give us a very unique rendition of Santa is Coming for Us.
Nights are getting shorter now and hot chocolate fills the air and Christmas cheer does too. Make a merry old Christmas tree so lovely. The joy this time it brings to you. Oh, oh, oh. Santa's coming to town. Santa's coming to town. Sing it to the deer in the sky. Sing it as they jingle, jingle, jingle tonight. Sing it to the moon, set it free. You're the angel on the top of my tree. Sing it to the spirit above. Sing your heart out with all of your love. Santa's coming for us. 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 Oh, Santa's coming for us. Send your letters off to Santa, baby. Tell him all your secret wishes too. Send your letters off to Santa, baby. Hoping all your wildest dreams come true. Santa's coming to town. Santa's coming to town. Sing it to the deer in the sky. Sing it as they jingle, jingle, jingle tonight. Sing it to the moon, set it free. You're the angel on the top of my tree.